Hello, American Patriots. Douglas Ducote here. Well, geez. How many of you knew, because I sure as hell didn't, that the media is responsible for deciding who wins the presidential election? That's right. Not you, the people, not those that are counting the votes, not the voting machines themselves. Nope, not at all. It's the news media. Fox, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, NBC. Yeah, had no clue. You know why we had no clue? Because it's not true. You know, it's funny how they said every vote counts. We have to count the votes. That's what the Republicans said, and the Democrats said, no, stop. Then when it's going in their favor, oh yeah, count the votes. Then, oh no, don't count the votes anymore. They called the race for Joe Biden. According to the news media, Joe Biden is the president-elect. Despite not only are there still outstanding votes that have not been counted, but most of the military vote is not counted. Pretty interesting, isn't it? So there was many people on the right that brought up voter fraud, cheating, and many on the left saying that, oh, there's no proof of that. Put up or shut up. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to share with you the voter suppression facts. I'm going to share with you the voter fraud that took place in this election. Factual information. You want to know where it was at? You're about to. Now, what took place at individual polling locations? I don't know, I wasn't there. But I can assure you 100% where real voter suppression, cheating, lying, and outright turning our electoral system into a farce. It's social media and the media in general. Since the day President Trump was elected, overwhelmingly, all the news media out there, with the exception of Fox, was 100% anti-Trump and would not accept the fact that he became the president of the United States and beat Hillary Rodham Clinton. Nope. And the Democrats pulled out everything they could possibly think of to show that this was not a legitimate president. They even impeached him in the House on made-up Russia collusion. Story after story after story that they came up with and put forward that was then investigated proved to be fake and not true. But the news media didn't care. CNN and MSNBC and ABC and CBS, they continue to push fake news about this president. That's voter suppression for the next election. And then as we got closer to the election, when none of that worked, what did they do? They got social media involved. That's right. Right here on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, censoring the left. Censoring the right, censoring Republicans, censoring conservatives. They even restricted accounts, removed accounts. They even shut down the president himself in tweets. They shut down the head of the Customs and Border for sharing factual information about how good the wall was working. And the amount of arrest of illegal aliens, drug trafficking, sex trafficking, and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube said, no, you can't do that. And they restricted the voice. They've gone out of their way. Let's just stick to 3 of them: Facebook, Twitter, and right here on YouTube. They've gone out of their way to interfere with the 2020 election by silencing the voice of conservatives and Republicans, to include the president and many people in his administration. Their fact-checking was not fact-checking. It was suppressing the voice. It was stopping conservatives and Republicans from sharing the truth with you, the American people, about how horrible the Democrat Party had become by being infiltrated by far-left liberal ideology. And as I speak, many conservatives and Republicans, to include myself, are banned from Twitter for sharing the truth, or restricted, in jail, or banned from Facebook for sharing the truth. And YouTube, well, this platform's a freaking joke. If you looked at all of the subscribers that they've unsubscribed from me on purpose, if you actually added them back, I would have probably currently the most conservative voice out there. I'd have close to 1 million subscribers. I know, because I've looked at the analytics and I've added them up. My channel was skyrocketing. But as we got closer to 2020, they started shutting me down like they did hundreds and hundreds of other conservatives, Republicans, trying to get the message out there, trying to share with you factual information. But it didn't matter. Just like with this election, people didn't vote for Joe Biden. These Democrats voted against President Trump. They don't give a shit about the country becoming socialist. They don't care what Ilhan Omar had to say, what Rashid Tlaib had to say, what AOC had to say. As we tried to tell you that and share it on social media shut us down. There is your real cheating, your real voter suppression. You want to know where the real fraud is at? Look no further than social media and the regular news media, even Fox. According to them, conservative voices do not matter. Republican voices do not matter. According to them, the police are bad and need to be defunded. The wall is bad and needs to come down. According to them, our military needs to be cut in half. Our country once again needs to be endangered without a powerful military to defend it. It's absolutely a travesty what they did for this election. The fraud, the cheating, the outright destruction of our normal democracy was taken down by social media and the news media. And that is factual information. That being said, I assume President Trump will continue to fight this in court. Don't know if it's going to do any good. I do know this much. Hillary Clinton's never going to be held responsible for her actions, nor will any of the people that were involved in the coup attempt to take down a sitting president, the FBI, the Department of Justice, those that did absolutely nothing to those criminal bastards. They will not be held responsible now. Water under the bridge. If Biden is sworn into office, it's all over. Conservatives and Republicans, we are the bad people. We are the people that just don't get it. Well, we'll see. We'll see where we end up at. What I do know who was doing the looting, who was doing the attacking of innocent people, who was burning down buildings, police stations, attacking, shooting, killing police officers. I could go on and on and on about Antifa and Black Lives Matter. It's a waste of fucking breath. Hell, this video itself will probably be taken down. How I managed to stay on YouTube this long, I don't know. But they win because they're drastically taking away 700 to 1,000 subscribers constantly, every month. I will continue to push forward. As you know, I'm banned on Twitter for life. I made the decision today, since I'm banned from Facebook again, I shared on my own personal Facebook wall a screenshot of the hateful bigotry coming from those on the left towards me and my family, and said, this is what we're up against. And I'm banned until December 29th. So, fuck Facebook. I download a copy of all my pictures and videos, and that is the end of me with Facebook. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm going to take a little break for a while because I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted with what has happened to the America that I took an oath to protect and defend. I'm disgusted to what's happened to our brave men and women in law enforcement. I'm disgusted with what they're doing to good people. I've got a lot of thoughts going through my head. And I don't want somebody knocking on my door, putting me in handcuffs, so I'm not going to share them with you. but I'm sure you know exactly how I feel, as most of you do as well. It's a sad, sad day in America. Will we allow this to stand? I don't know. I don't know what tomorrow brings. Hell, I don't know what tonight brings. I don't know why the left's still out there rioting. You got what you wanted. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Please say a prayer for our men and women serving the United States military, our veterans, our law enforcement officers, our first responders, their families, our angel families, our blue and gold star families, President Trump, and this country. The country that I was born in, raised in. It took a dive in the wrong direction not too very long ago. And when we allowed people like Rashid Tlaib and Ilhan Omar to swear into Congress with their hand on the Quran and not the Bible, taking an oath to Allah and not God, we were done. We were done. God bless you, everyone. I'm out.